Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome to Cooking with Pat and Joe. Again, this is something we like to do because it's our hobby and passion, but we do it in conjunction with the Hillcrest YMCA, and we're really very fortunate that they support us in doing this. We'd like to mention one of the special things that we're going to be doing. Pat and I are sponsoring an ethnic market shopping tour. We're going to take a bus trip, and we're asking you to join us. We're going to see the places like the West Side Market, Gallucci's, Middle Eastern Bakery, and other surprises. We'd love you to join us. We're going to hopefully give you a couple of different recipes. I know a little bit of trivia about this area that I get to share. And the best part is you can shop at these and enjoy the food, pick it up, and we're going to do lunch.
We're going to have lunch at one of the ethnic markets. Yeah, the bus has great underbus storage, so feel free to bring a cooler and fill it to your heart's content. It's a great opportunity to try some different things. We hope you'll join us. We will post this on our Facebook page, but we will also, if you'd like to call Hillcrest Y, 216-382-4300, we can send you information too. So we're making a dessert today.
I love dessert.
Who doesn't like dessert?
And this is one that Pat gave me the recipe a while back, and it is easy and fun. It's called an Almond Sunshine Cake, and it is good.
It is very easy. It cooks really fast. It's delicious, and you don't wind up with 48 dozen of something or a cake this big. It's perfect for a nice, well, for Tom and I, it'd be like 2 nights and be gone.
Yeah.
But a group of 6 or 8 could eat it. So we're starting with a pie plate. You could use a 9-inch, a 10-inch, it doesn't matter. It just is thinner or thicker. This is such a forgiving recipe. And what we've done is just sprayed it with a little of the, the cooking sprays. Some of them come with flour right in it, and those work really well. If they don't, like this one doesn't, we're going to put a little flour in too, to just help it not stick. And what Joe's doing, you see where the spray is, the flour is sticking, we're going to tap it around. If there's excess, we'll tap it out. If there's not, we'll just leave what's in there. That's pretty good. So we're going to start with 2 eggs. This is an easy recipe, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're going to like it, and it's delicious. You're going to add 2 eggs. Just when a recipe doesn't specify, always assume that it's a large egg. And I understand we're going to be having some surprises with our eggs in the future.
Yes, my daughter raises chickens, and there are eggs going to be coming this way from the chickens, fresh eggs. I've had them. They're really very good and different from the eggs that you get from the grocery store.
I'm putting in.
So what are you putting in now?
3/4 of a cup of sugar, and we're mixing it with the eggs, and we're just letting it get not whipped, but dissolve the sugar. You can feel the sugar dissolve, can't you? And you as well as see it.
And the egg yolks become almost like a lemony color.
Yes, you can see how it's lightened up. No need to get a mixer out, no need to get fancy equipment. It's like the bowl and the pan.
Very simple.
Very simple. We're going to put a teaspoon of almond extract in here. I have made this pie or cake with coconut too, and I just used coconut extract and put coconut on top. It worked just fine.
That tastes great.
But we're using a teaspoon of that.
That's your experimenting thing?
Yeah, sometimes you get bored, You have to see what else or you have coconuts and not almonds. You have to do what you can. A 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. This is sort of unusual. Usually recipes will say fine salt for baking. Kosher is just fine. If you don't have kosher salt, only use 1/2 as much.
What's the difference between a kosher salt and regular fine iodized salt?
Basically the size of the crystal. So someone once described it to me as if you had a jar and you filled it with ping pong balls or sand, you would get a lot more weight of sand. If you put the regular fine salt in here instead of the kosher, you would get a lot more salt than you need. So just a little baked goods usually have a little salt in it because it brings out that sweetness and stuff. Can you smell that almond extract?
I can. Smell-o-vision, one of these days.
And I think that's probably, I don't feel any grittiness from the sugar, which is what we're really looking for. And we're gonna add some flour, and we only need a half a cup of flour.
This is one of the easiest recipes for a cake you'll ever come by.
We're also going to add a third of a cup of melted butter.
Oh,
And I think that's melted right now. I've measured this out pretty much already, so we would make it easy for ourselves. We're gonna add the butter first just because it will mix better.
Of course, it's not melted.
It'll be melted in a second because it was at room temperature. It doesn't need to be, but, and it does not hurt to stir this, but you can see what you're talking about, the color difference.
Yeah.
From that golden, orangey yellow to very light.
To the very light.
And Joe, you don't feel any grittiness anymore. That means
No.
the salt has, the sugar has
And
dissolved.
it has that nice consistency, texture.
We're not trying to whip it into, meringue or anything.
Right.
Just get it a good mix. And this, actually, the butter and the flour are the last two ingredients, except for some
I had one job, and that was to melt the butter. See how well I did that?
It's perfect. When I'm putting hot butter in, I tend to like to drizzle it a little, just so we
Temper
don't.
it.
Yeah, we don't want to cook the eggs too much. Thanks,
Got
Joe.
it.
And then we'll stir the flour in. And guess what? We're ready. We're going to put it in the pie pan, and we're going to sprinkle it with about a quarter cup of almonds, sliced almonds. Now we don't need to toast these almonds first because they're going on top of the cake in the oven, so they're going to toast as they go. And all we want to do is just mix it until we don't see lumps of flour.
I know you said a quarter cup, but
We can put as much as, do like the Parmesan. And
I do a half a cup.
the more the better, as far as I'm concerned.
I had to taste them to make sure that they were good.
Are they okay?
They're good.
Okay. Actually, one of the salads we're going to do in June, I'm going to show you how to make candied nuts.
Oh, okay.
Again, easy. So this is mixed, and like a pancake, it does not have to be have no lumps.
You can have lumps?
You can have lumps. We're just going to pour it in there.
You can smell the almond.
You really can. And it's a nice thin cake. That's good enough. We're going to just sprinkle those nuts on top. We've preheated our oven to 350 degrees. That looks pretty.
Yeah.
Good sprinkling.
I went to class for sprinkling.
There's a talent to these
And
things.
then, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, a little extra never hurts.
Okay.
And it goes in the oven for, depends on your oven. You have convection, so it may be a little faster, but somewhere between 15 and 25 minutes. And a part of that will be how big of your pie pan is, because if it's a smaller pan, it'll be thicker.
Okay.
We're just looking for it to get golden, and for a toothpick in the center to come out.
Center rack, good.
The center rack is great.
And 25 minutes. I'm going to do 15 to see
Yeah,
how
but
it is.
I always like to set a few minutes before so you can check, and if it's not quite ready, that's fine.
Okay,
If
we'll
it's-
see how it is in 15 minutes.
We'll be back. Yes, that's our sign.
Okay, that's our sign. Let's
see
check
what-
it out. Oh, look at this, Pat.
Oh, that's perfect, Joe. Look at that. See how we have a nice browning on the top. Got a little toasting on the nuts, but that golden color is exactly what we're looking for.
Okay, let's bring it back over here.
Now this could be eaten warm, or it could be eaten at room temperature, which is nice too. You don't have to wait if you don't want to.
Right.
But look at, we probably are going to see how it's pulled away from the sides a little. It's because it's cooked fully, and the second is because we have indeed sprayed, so it's going to come out easily. I say that, but when you do things in front of people,
We're just gonna,
it's
it'll
going to fall
fail.
apart.
It'll fail.
Should we try?
Yeah, let's try.
We're not letting it cool at all, so give us a little slack on this one. Use my finger a minute. There we go.
Oh, it came out
Actually, it came out
perfect.
beautifully. And as you can see, it's not a heavy cake. I'm gonna put a little bit of powdered sugar on it just because it's pretty. Not necessary, but it's pretty.
Look at that.
And you can see it easily would serve 6 or 8 people. It's good at room temperature. It's good tomorrow. Nice, easy, moist, chewy cake. Would you like to do the honors?
I
Or do
was
you
gonna
think
say,
it's too hot?
No, I think we should let Tim taste it.
That's right. Tim actually likes almonds.
I'll take this.
So it's probably going to be really hot and burn his tongue, and he'll think we set him up.
Now, everybody, this is Tim,
Hi.
our cameraman.
Our talented
This is
cameraman who's
goodness.
so kind to help us.
Very, very good.
Isn't that good?
And
Just
it's not super sweet.
not super sweet, not super heavy. It's the kind of thing you could have after dinner and you wouldn't feel, you know, like, oh my gosh, what did I just eat?
So how do we do, Tim?
Very good.
Well, you did very good too, Tim. Thank you so much for what you do for us.
So that was Tim, everybody. Now if you want to come back and you want him in front of the camera, just put it in the comments if
That's
you want
right.
to see
We
more
want to
Tim.
see more Tim. I have to tell you too, Joe, in the summer, sometimes you don't like to heat the oven. I cook this in my toaster oven.
Oh,
And it
okay.
cooks just fine and doesn't heat anything up. So another nice thing on a hot day. It's also very good if instead of powdered sugar, put a little fruit over it. Maybe some strawberries.
I was
or
thinking
some-
chocolate syrup too.
What doesn't go with chocolate syrup? Almonds and chocolate. It sounds like a candy
Or
bar.
some hot fudge.
So,
So that's our dessert for today.
yeah.
Our Almond Sunshine Cake. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. And we thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Let us know if you try.